enough on that front. Let's shift gears into internet censorship. This is out of the Wall Street Journal today. Google wants its own fast track on the web. Then you read the article and admits that it's going to shut down the old web and it'll crawl if it even works. No more net neutrality. The old web is being allowed to fall apart and die, as Internet 2 said 6 years ago, the big international consortium. And then Google and a handful of other big IT giants, they will be the web of the future with only a few thousand mainstream news websites and video sites. Then you say, well, I'll just go on YouTube and Google and upload my stuff there. No, Google has now announced Friday, the Register reported on it out of England, that they are going to censor whatever they want, whenever they want, and they are now going to hand select who gets to be in the search rankings, and you're basically going to have to pay them to be in their search rankings. And I've suddenly noticed, because I'm always studying it, suddenly most of my stuff is gone. Most of my videos, most of the articles I've written that we've published years ago, 6 months ago, before they'd be top of the web, top of Google, because whatever gets the most hits goes to the top under the fair system they had that made them number one. Not anymore. They've knocked us out everywhere. Now, we're still growing despite that, but we're not reaching as many new people. That's why you've got to go to other websites, chat rooms, MySpace, YouTube, Google, and hundreds of others while you still can. It's now happening. The taxing of the web, the regulating, cable companies not letting you visit most sites, Australia, headline, passing, Chinese-style internet censorship. It's all happening. And it's all in the Wall Street Journal today. They go on and admit this will shut down the web, and this is Obama's upgrade of the web. As I told you a week ago when he announced it, I said, that's Internet 2. And here it is. It is Internet 2. This is it. This is it, boys. So we better use it while we've got it. We need to fight for the web, fight for its freedom, fight for its openness now like we're going to lose it. But we need to fight like we're going to lose it, because we are going to lose it. If we raise enough hue and cry, if we expose what they're doing, we may be able to back them off. But living in denial about the fact that they're trying this is what's going to let them succeed. And we need to reach out to people with the basic information about the New World Order and how it really operates as if they are going to be successful. So hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Reach as many people as you can, like the web's not going to be there in 6 months, a year, maybe even sooner. The web as you know it. It'll just be a few thousand mainline sites, all heavily censored. And there's a perfect storm coming together to do this. The newspapers are dying. The TV is imploding. People don't trust them anymore. The alternative blogs are blowing them out of the water. So they're panicking. Somebody like Nuffrespect, that's his handle, he can make a video, that 5 million people watch in a year. A 5-minute video that took him a few hours to make. John Watkins from Cardiff. John, thanks for holding while I went into that basic rant. It's just so much is going on, so much is unfolding right now. What's your battle plan? What's your ideas of ways to counter this?
Hi, Alex. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, well, with this censorship, it's just getting beyond the joke now. I've spoken to so many people just in this last week who told me so many different stories about how they're being censored, all the different ways that, Google is now trying to restrict people's, free speech. But, one of the things I think, I encourage every YouTube user to take part in this boycott that we're organizing for this Friday, so that we can send a clear message to YouTube. Because, we have to accept that they are a company and, they're obviously motivated by money. So, there's only so much that we can do, but we can at least get a message out to them, just to let them know that we're not happy about all these different changes that they're implementing on YouTube now. And, I'm not saying that this blackout on this coming Friday is necessarily going to, make Google change their minds about all these different new policies that they brought in. But I think that at the very least, it'll get Google to seriously reconsider, what they're doing at the moment and reconsider any.
Well, it's the beginning of an idea, and it introduces to people that we better have an alternative to Google and YouTube. We educate people that they're censoring and restricting and cheating the hit counts to keep us off the front page. And I'm going to ask the Alex Jones channel guy to have our channel go black for that day, shut our videos down for that day. if you shut your videos down for that day, that is really, and if everybody else does that and doesn't visit YouTube Friday, that will send them a strong message.
Well, that's right. If enough of us do this, then obviously they won't be able to ignore it. YouTube, they obviously already know because there's so many people who've uploaded videos this week.
But it's not so much about even letting them know. It's about everybody else wondering what we're talking about. I mean, it's a huge event. It's very important.
Oh, well, that's right. I mean, we've got to take action now. And as I say, the simplest form of action is simply just to boycott Google's products completely and to obviously refrain from using YouTube for at least one day. And I think most people can manage that. I personally won't be using YouTube for probably a week. From the 19th of December, I probably won't use it again right up until the end of December. And I've already stopped using Google products completely now because, I'm just so annoyed by the fact that they're refusing to listen to us.
And we need to start moving now. Well, they're about to be given a government monopoly over Internet, too. So that's, don't be evil. They were set up by the CIA. We have the documents. It's always been a front. It's meant to make you think it's the alternative, but it's allowed to break all the rules on the web, do whatever it wants. They are the beast. They've moved in with NASA. We'll be right back. Stay there. We're talking to Nuffrespect. Denial is letting all of this happen. Denial about the troops, denial about the banks, denial about the corrupt government that's on TV and radio and print telling us how good they are, how much they love us. And they're a pack of criminals and dirtbag parasites. You need to get angry, folks, because once tyranny happens, it just takes everything. It just destroys everything. And now we're getting deep into it. Now we're getting down the line, the FEMA camps, the troops, all of it. And to do that, they've got to shut down the web, but they've got to have the cattle still think everything's okay. So they're going to advertise, the evil, bad, dirty web that wasn't safe for your kids. It's now been shut down. And if you try to get on it, maybe you can if you're a techie expert. But for everybody else, there's the new Google, the Google that runs the whole backbone. And so it's important to start using some of the other search engines that are out there. It's important to start using I've kicked Google Ads off of InfoWars and Prison Planet, and then one of my people, I saw Google back up there, and they go, it must have been an old template. Anybody in my office, this is the message right now, if I see Google Ads back up, you're fired. Okay, just get that part straight right there. I'm having nothing to do with them. Okay? I have to do that now or people don't listen to me. Okay, going back to John Watkins. John? This is a short segment. Again, you run the channel Nuffrespect on YouTube with tens of millions of views. They've been censoring you in a cocktail of different ways. Where do you see all this going in this fight?
Well, it's pretty worrying, really, because, if this carries on the way it's going, I can imagine within only a couple of years, I can imagine that Google will own just about every service available on the net, because that seems to be the way it's going. Google seems to be trying to monopolize just about every internet service available, including, videos, email, search engines, web browsers.
And they're being allowed to.
That's right. People. No one seems to be really that bothered about it.
That's the key. I mean, they'll shut down some small business and say that it's a trust when it's not. But then Google truly is setting one up.
Well, this is it. And, what tends to happen is, the pattern I see is that whenever Google has a competitor that is extremely popular, like YouTube was, Google will simply just buy it out, just like they're doing with Yahoo now. I heard the other day that they're trying to buy out Yahoo. So it seems like they're basically, restricting our freedom of choice as well as, censoring our freedom of speech. And the key is
they're working with the government to restrict and shut people down. And again, I'll just tell everybody right now, this is a big deal because that's how we reach a lot of new people. You don't find my stuff in the search engines like you did before. They are going in and removing it. I can put in whole headlines of articles we've written, John, that got, back when the British bombed themselves, the British government on 7/7, if you typed in London bombing, it was number one on the search engine. But now we put in our headlines, it's not there. It's not that it's moved down the rankings. It's gone.
Well, this is it, and I can actually remember that because when the London bombings occurred, you know, just like many other people, I went on the internet and I was searching for information about it, and you know, when you typed, you know, London bombings into Google, it was the whole search results on that first page was all Prison Planet and Infowars links. Then after a while, what they did was get rid of the descriptions underneath those links. So all you had was just the link itself and no description underneath it. And now I see that a lot of those links are disappearing completely now. So, you know, obviously there is an agenda in place to restrict this information, you know, and, you know, they're restricting, you know, our ability to get information out there to people. And, you know, it's quite worrying, really.
Well, I put in the exact headline from the Bayfest in Alabama where they had troops searching 3-year-old children, training them